A concerned parent sent me a link, sent a link to the board about a recent expose on HiTOPS by Project Veritas. So last night I watched it, and in it, HiTOPS personnel seemed less than forthcoming. I need to be a little dark there, I'm sorry. I'm going to skip over this paragraph of examples because there's a lot of children here. But last year I was uncomfortable, and after seeing these examples, I'm really concerned. But I understand that there's state enforced requirements for teaching some topics. So I move that we end our relationship with HiTOPS and look elsewhere for this training.
I've listened to the presentation that HiTOPS had done a few summers ago. I think that the recent exhibit of some of the questionable actions that have taken place in Princeton, and having heard the initial presentation, I think it would be our duty and responsibility to hold the relationship we have with them thus far until more information is being shared, considering we don't have a lot of data on our side from a perspective what they've delivered up to this point. And when I assessed the cost that actually cost the district to utilize HiTOPS, we should have more input and more insight on results if we're spending that kind of money. And with the questionable actions right now, I think it would be irresponsible for us to continue the relationship with them.
And I think it's really important to follow this train of getting more information, of being as transparent as we can, and to be loyal to what we've promised in terms of having parents be able to opt out. So I think we need to be really, really clear and transparent with how we move forward.
So the motion on the floor is to suspend the contract with HiTOPS until the next meeting of the board. And Madam President, I also would want you to be aware that we do have a contract fee this school year at a cost of $33,250. So we also need to look into how that contract would be terminated if that's what the board decides to do.
I just want to say I think it's a shame that we are suspending the relationship with HiTOPS, and it is it's because of a questionable, I use that word, but there's other words I could use, source like Project Veritas.
We have some value that we like to protect. So some things, as in gender orientation, we all love each other. We all love people, but for it to be self-imposed or imposed upon us what our children should believe is a difficulty that we have as traditional value. Our guardianship of our children gives us the right to protect our children and what they learn in schools. We don't want our kids to be changed based on what our imposing values are against us. So basically, we know what we believe in, and we know what we stand for, and we should uphold that. We should respect each other for that, and I think it shouldn't be imposed upon us. Now, there are certain things that we would love to opt out of on this journey, because our kids have to be protected. At the same time, I think we should focus on the sciences in school, mathematics, social studies, and science, and things that allow us to progress to get our livelihood in our school.
As far as HiTOPS, do we have some allegiance to them? There is no other organization that can give us the services that they have. As far as your diligence, we'd like to know what due diligence was done, and I'm going to concede the ground that you did do your due diligence. Does that mean they're not corrupt now? Their government has been corrupt for many years. Every form and everything power has corrupted people. So for HiTOPS not to be corrupted, that's not a big deal, okay? We need to move away from them. We can go to another organization that can provide those services.
My suggestion to temporarily suspend HiTOPS honestly has nothing to do with the work HiTOPS is doing, because I absolutely understand the media and what people and organizations can put out, whether it's true or not. So that's not even the point. It honestly has to do with, and again, from my point, this is my point of view, I come to these meetings and I feel like our town is divided, and I don't like that.
Tonight we're not talking about banning gays or anything like that. We're talking about looking at a company that may or may not have been being disingenuous.